F1 cars are a piece of art. Well, sometimes they are, but sometimes they aren't. After all, it's engineers that designed them, so what do you expect? And some of the cars on this list are interesting to look at, to say the least. Disclaimer, if you can't handle terrible looking cars, please don't watch. If you can, please watch. Here are my top 10 ugliest F1 cars of all time. So number 10 is the Honda RA108. It's not so much the livery but the shape of the car. The livery isn't my favorite, but it doesn't bother me as much as the geometrics of the car. The front is just terrible. With those winglets on the front, on the nose of the car, is just absolutely terrible in my opinion. And yeah, those horns on the airbox, in my opinion, make the car look worse. Simply terrible. I don't like the car. It's the combination of both the livery and the shape of those little winglets on the front of the car. Imagine this car in like a matte black and gold accent, basically 70s or 80s Lotus livery design. I mean, it's gonna look better of course, but it's the combination of the livery and the shape of that car. It's terrible. Number 9 is the Ferrari Type 21. My Nigerian accent probably butchered that, but yeah. Firstly, what is that thing? The air intake is horribly placed. The shape of the side pod look off. The cockpit look like a baby bathtub, and the front looks like a shovel. The rear wings looks like an aerodynamic tray. I don't like it. So yeah, they ran different variations of the car, but all of them are horrible. The car looks like something I'll make from scrap around my neighborhood. Number 8, the Renault R29. It's hard to describe how bad the car is other than just calling it a bit fat. It looks weird. The livery looks like different toothpaste colors combined together, while the white on the front wing is just not good to see. The front kind of just slopes down. For multiple reasons, I just don't like this car. I don't know why I don't like it. Maybe it's just a bit of a colorier. Number 7 is the Aston N179, aka the ladder car, cause the front looks like a ladder. I'll guess those are radiators, but please no. And why do the mirrors look so stupid? Also, the rear wing looks flimsy from this angle, and my eyes are genuinely crying looking at this monstrosity. They later updated the design, and yeah, I can confirm it looks a bit better. The rear wing is better, the nose is better, but yeah, the original N179 was a nightmare. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, a sub to the channel would be satisfying. Number 6 is the Problem BT34. Now this looks like a toothless tractor. The front just kills me. It's not aesthetically pleasing. I don't like how the rear wing is. I don't like how the rear of the car is exposed. I don't like seeing the very ugly mechanics of the car. It's not beautiful. You would like to see like some nice cars engine being exposed and displayed, sort of like maybe a Ferrari or some sort of beautiful Italian car. This just doesn't look good. It's clunky. I don't like it. And yeah, but the livery is okay too. Shout out to the livery, I like it. Number 5 is the Ferrari F310. The cockpit looks weird. I hate how the cockpit has shoulders around it. It kills me. If you look at this car from the front view, you're gonna lose your mind. The side pods looks biblical. It's absolutely strange. The car is just nuts. I don't like it, and it's just because it's a Ferrari. That's why it's not higher up on this list. It's the ugliest Ferrari ever made in my opinion. Number 4 is the Caterham CT5. Another car that was a victim of circumstance more than anything else. And just by looking at the nose of the car, it's justifiable to be really high up on this list. I don't know how to describe the nose. I genuinely don't like the nose. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You definitely don't want to be rear-ended by that Caterham. It's just the green livery that makes it miss out on the podium, and believe me, you don't want to be on this particular podium. Next up, which is the podium, we have entered the podium, hey, celebrations, is the Ligier JS5. The car looks like a teapot. It was Ligier's first attempt of designing an F1 car, and oh boy, they create a monstrosity. Some cars look so bad that you begin to like them, and it's the case with me and this Ligier right here. I kind of like the car a bit, so maybe I'm just weird. I mean, this is coming from a guy that loves the Ferrari F2012. Number 2 is the Lotus E22. It looks like a cross between the Caterham CT5 and the Williams FW26, which is not a particularly good looking car, but I think it's better looking than any other car on this list. The Lotus E22 is something that makes me feel uncomfortable, like more uncomfortable than the Caterham CT5. It just really weird. Yeah, it's nothing compared to number one on this list. Coming to that in a minute. The two sticks, shall we say, running down from the nose of the car is quite a sight to behold. I just don't like the car, and the red also around the car, I don't like it. I love the black and golden Lotus livery, but the red just doesn't cut it for me. Number one is the McLaren MP429. And with most of the cars on this list, I have a problem with the front. The front view on this car is scary to say the least. The elephant shape, should I say, is straight up making me feel uncomfortable. It's absolutely crazy. Look at the front end of the car. I love the McLaren chrome cars, but not this one. The chrome doesn't contrast well with that black. I genuinely dislike this car. It's making me cringe. Like, that front view is making me cringe. It looks disgusting. I absolutely hate this car. Yeah, I can't take much of it. That's it. I can't look for this monstrosity for that long, or else I'm just gonna go blind. So yeah, let's quickly go through the honorable mentions. The 2020 Ferrari SF1000, I think it's not a particularly good looking car, but it doesn't make it on this list. The March 711, I don't like it, but it doesn't come to this list. And the Force India VJ M07, not on this list because of the livery. I kind of love the Indian color combination of the car, so yeah, that's why it's not on the list. Do you agree with my list? As I said, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Check out this video where I rank Sebastian Vettel's worst F1 cars, and the 2020 Ferrari is in there. Spoilers. Make sure you check it out.